Hi, this is Eve Sheldon with the Power of Tarot channel. And we're going to take a look at the new moon, which is going to be in Capricorn, January 10th. And see what the energy is like for this new moon cycle, beginning of the year, in trusty Capricorn. So we're going to shuffle the cards, put some energy of this new moon into the cards as before we take a look at them, infusing them with the new moon in Capricorn, January 2016. And off we go. Okay, the first position we're going to take a look at, and just before we look at the cards, my Sphinx cat Jake is here helping, so I'm going to get him into the picture so you can get an idea. He's being my helper today. So Jake's going to help us interpret the cards, aren't you? Yeah, he's a psychic kitty. So he's going to help take a look at these. The first position that we're going to take a look at here is what's going to happen in physicality in this new moon cycle. So at the bottom, holding up and enfolding the entire spread is this Hermit card. So you can take a look at the Hermit. He holds the lantern in the dark. And the Hermit card is all about trusting, following your own inner guidance. And also that in our path, a lot of the time we will not be aware of 4 or 5 steps ahead of us, but we do usually know the next step. So it's trusting that the next step is always right, feeling our way through things. As the Hermit holds the lantern, sometimes you can feel like you're in a cave and not knowing the way, feeling along the passageway. Then you feel an opening. Does this feel right? Is it not right? And using that sort of guidance for all your steps in physicality. So that's great to have there, and that's very much supporting the bottom of this whole spread. Trusting our own inner guidance will bring us to the state of Dominion, which is the top card in physical position. There's the Dominion, 3 of Wands. It's a very beautiful card. And it's the art of having your spirit, mind, and heart all in a straight line, in Dominion, having dominion over your life. Everything running in a straight line, in unity. Everything's working together. So through using our guidance and intuitive side, we're going to have much more dominion in our life. So those are great. Sort of being the master of the universe in physicality. Emotionally, 8 of Cups energy is here. And there's that card. It shows 2 people there. They're kind of burnt out. They're sort of lounging around here. Cups represent love and emotion. These people are tired. And that card shows the need to set better boundaries and not overdo it emotionally. So time to sort of step back and regroup and recharge emotionally during this new moon cycle. Jake agrees. So the card at the top is this Death card, Death and Rebirth. That's in the top of the emotional position. And so things are going to change emotionally. Old doors will close, new doors will open. So death, we need to remember, is always present with rebirth. The two go together. Sometimes things will close and change, and we won't have an idea of what's going to be rebirthed into our life or birthed anew. There might be a little time of uncertainty there, but we need to trust. That Hermit card comes in again, and know that whatever changes are happening, whatever leaves, it will make space for something new. So working through the emotional burnout, taking time, setting a little bit better boundaries emotionally so you don't get quite so exhausted. It's going to help us close old doors and open new ones emotionally during the new moon cycle. The next position we're going to look at is what's going on here intellectually. So intellectually, we've got the 2 of Batons. 2 of Batons is the card of virtue and integrity. Those batons represent spiritual nature. Remember the wand in Harry Potter. And so using our mind and intellect in a good way to express our highest virtue and integrity. that is up for us here in the new moon cycle. And we're going to use our Queen of Cups energy here on the other side in order to be and stand in our highest virtue and integrity. Queen of Cups energy is more and more coming to the planet now. She is a queen, so she's a master. Cups are emotion and love. So using that love and emotional nature to stand in our highest virtue and integrity. And remember, it's virtue integrity card. The woman in there is naked before a crowd. So that shows that sometimes to stand in our highest virtue and integrity, we need to be vulnerable. So it's okay. And being vulnerable isn't necessarily being super emotional. It might be having the courage to fully express ourselves and be our authentic self. So that's a great card to have in the mental position just across from the Queen of Cups. So perhaps being in our highest virtue and integrity will be expressing our love and emotional energy and becoming a master of that. And also that Queen of Cups is an archetype that we hold, that the energy's always been there in reserve, and now it's time for that energy to surface and for us to express it more fully on the earth. So in the spiritual position, we have a Knight of Coins on the bottom, and there he is on his horse. As you can see, he's not a very active kind of fellow. He's sitting back on his horse, waving that giant gold coin. Coins are about the earth, money, and work, physicality. So that Knight of Coins, he's a master of, he's very grounded. He's an earthy fellow, but he's slow to take action. So our spiritual process may not be the quickest, but it will be very steady and very firm. The Knight of Coins is a firm kind of character. At the top, we have Knight of Batons energy. Another horse. This card shows arrival of new things. So it's interesting because the Knight of Coins, that card of stability, and the Knight of Batons are a little bit opposed. So we're going to go back and forth in our spiritual nature through new things arriving, riding in with that Knight of Batons, and then, slow, steady progress and process through the Knight of Coins. So our outcome cards in the center of the spread. First one is the Magician card. There he is. He is manifesting like crazy. So we will have the ability, and we can set our intentions with this new moon cycle to be the master manifestors. Knight of Swords is next door to him. There he is. Swords represent the intellect and mind. This is a very, very powerful card. As you can see, that horse is super powerful, but also unbridled. So mind and intellect might get a little carried away during this cycle. It's okay. We're meant to explore that. And that energy may help us manifest more in our lives because that Magician card is right next door. They're crossed, and the final outcome card is, ta-da, Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins is the bullseye card. You can see the archer there hitting the mark, and hitting the mark specifically in physicality with money, work, and really grounded things of a physical nature. So great way to wind up the new moon cycle, and we will manifest what we want and come in exactly on the mark. If you would like to do a personal reading with me, please go to evesheldon.org, and we will see you again very soon.